Before storms decided outcomes, before wisdom guided humanity, before creation shaped the world, there was something above it all. Not a force that moved, not a presence that intervened, but a power that defined everything. The name was Anu, the Sky Father, the supreme authority of the heavens, the one who sat at the top of the Anunnaki hierarchy, not as a warrior, not as a creator in motion, but as something more absolute. He was the source of legitimacy, the origin of divine law, the one from which all authority flowed. Anu did not need to act, because everything already operated within his order. Kings ruled, but only through his sanction. Gods held power, but only through his structure. The world moved, but only because his presence allowed it to. And that is what makes Anu different, because most power is visible. It is seen in action, in movement, change. But Anu's power is not visible. It is structural. It is embedded. It exists, whether you acknowledge it or not. He ruled the heavens, not as a place, but as a concept, a domain that exists above everything else, untouchable, unreachable, beyond influence, because true authority does not exist within the system. It exists above it, and Anu remained above it all. He did not involve himself in every conflict. He did not step into every situation. He did not react to every disturbance, because he did not need to. He delegated. He assigned roles. He allowed other gods to carry out functions, to act, to intervene, while he remained still. And that stillness is what made him powerful, because movement can be challenged, action can be resisted, but structure is difficult to confront. Anu represents that structure, the framework within which everything operates, the laws that define possibility, the boundaries that determine what can and cannot happen. And once those boundaries are set, everything else becomes a reaction, a consequence, a result. Anu is not the storm. He is the reason storms exist. He is not the decision. He is the system that allows decisions to matter. He is not the conflict. He is the structure within which conflict happens. And that level of power is difficult to understand because it does not feel personal. It does not feel close. It does not feel emotional. It feels distant, cold, untouchable. And that is intentional, because authority at that level cannot be personal. It cannot be influenced by emotion. It cannot shift based on preference. It must remain constant, stable, unchanging. And that is why Anu rarely intervened, because intervention implies involvement, and involvement creates bias. Anu remained above that. He allowed the world to unfold within his structure without stepping into every outcome. And that is where his nature becomes unsettling, because it raises a question. What does it mean to have power without responsibility to act, to hold authority, without direct accountability, to define the system but not participate in its consequences. This is the paradox of Anu. He is the highest authority, but also the most distant. The one who defines everything, but touches nothing. And that is why his archetype appears again and again, in different cultures, different names, different forms. A sky father, a supreme ruler, a being above all others, watching, allowing, governing from a distance. Because this concept is universal. The idea that there is something above everything, something that sets the rules, but does not play the game. And that idea is both powerful and uncomfortable because it removes the illusion of control. It suggests that no matter how much power exists within the system, there is always something above it, something that defines its limits. And that is where Anu becomes more than mythology. He becomes a symbol of structure, of authority, of the unseen framework that governs outcomes. And that is where his story becomes personal, because every person operates within systems, rules, structures, boundaries that define what is possible. And most people try to control outcomes without understanding the system itself. But Anu represents something different. The understanding that true power is not always in action. It is in structure, in positioning, in defining the framework itself. Because once the system is set, everything else follows. And that is the highest level of control. Not reacting to events, but creating the conditions that produce them. Anu does not chase power. He is power. He does not respond. He allows. He does not interfere. He defines. And that is what makes him absolute. In the end, Anu is not just the sky. He is the authority above it, the force that establishes order at the highest level, the presence that reminds us that not all power is visible, not all control is active, and not all authority is close. The question is, in your own life, are you reacting within the system, or are you beginning to understand how to shape it?